I want to do a very quick benchmark speed test here between some of the best phones on the market right now in terms of what they bring to the table, like the specs, etc. So we do have the Mate 10 Pro, the iPhone 8 Plus, OnePlus 5T, the Note 8 and the Xiaomi Mix 2. I haven't really made many videos on that actually, so looking forward to see what it can do here. And we're going to just start Schmapple at the same time if we can. Haven't done this for a while, so we will try here. So 3, 2, is this the Bixby button? I think this is the power button. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Might have worked. Somehow 3 sneaked onto my Mate 10 Pro. I don't exactly know how, but wow, you can see Mi Mix 2 coming on first. Wow, and I think it's also the cheapest device here in terms of the price, so that is quite nice. The others I didn't actually see, they all seem to come on at the same time. So with the Note, we are getting the Exynos model here. In Europe, we get the Apple A11 Bionic in the iPhone, looking very Christmassy as you can see on all of them. So what benchmark can we run first? We can just have a look at the Geekbench here. Let's see how they do compare. I think they're all running the most up-to-date software as well. So that's iOS 11.2.1. Let's get the latest Oxygen OS here on the OnePlus 5T as well. Just had an update for that. The Note is still running Nugget, I think. This is what you do get with Samsung, slow updates, unfortunately. But very nice hardware. So we're just going to bump the brightness up here with this one. So you can see in terms of the actual specs here, they're quite similar really. Some give you 6 gigs of RAM, others like the iPhone they give you 3 gigs of RAM, but you know they have good optimization here on the iPhone. So we just run this. Interesting to see how the Kirin 970 does stack up here. The iPhone has led the way as usual. The score just seems to be getting higher and higher with each release of iOS. You can see even the new Snapdragon 845 benchmark, which I saw recently, is nowhere near what the iPhone does give you in terms of the raw benchmark. So you know, Qualcomm's really behind here, if you ask me, but I think you can see in day-to-day performance you're not going to really notice too much of a difference, but there are people who do care about benchmarks at the same time, so that is something to consider. In terms of your Android, it looks like we have like neck and neck here, even I didn't really start them all at the same time. All of them seem to be pretty similar. I do notice from the screens the Mate 10 Pro goes for a cooler approach, a bit more bluish compared to the warmer approach on the Note screen, just from my angle. The Kirin processor seems to be doing very well though, I gotta say, because usually the Kirin processor is a little bit behind your flagship level Exynos or Qualcomm. In terms of the benchmark, it does seem to be a little bit behind, if we're going to be honest. Exynos seems to be the best here still in late 2017. And in terms of OnePlus 5T, it looks like it's a little bit better than your Xiaomi Mix 2, but not by much really. But a solid score, you got to say, you know, solid score indeed. But you know, you can have all the AI technology in the world, but if it's not up there with the best, then you know that is a bit of a shame. We're just going to have a look at the Wi-Fi as well, so we can see how fast the Wi-Fi is, and we can just go on here So I'm just going to check the server is correct here. Yeah, that's not exactly the correct server, is it? Let's just be honest. I don't know how it's got that's weird. So for some strange reason it doesn't seem to pick up local servers on the Mate 10 Pro, even though I've got the region set to, you know, the UK, etc. I tried reinstalling the app as well, but you can see only foreign servers, so you know that is quite weird, but we're just going to have to roll with it because I don't have the time to fix something like that. We're going to see what it does. Nevertheless, it is on the 5G Wi-Fi. So do take the score with a bit of a grain of salt. I think it's done pretty well, you know, considering how far away the server is. It's done very well indeed, actually. Maybe it's just some sort of bug. I have noticed quite a few bugs with the Mate 10 Pro in terms of the camera, so hopefully they'll fix that. And you can see iPhone is very good here, better ping and slightly well, in fact the same for the upload, pretty much worse. So that is quite interesting. OnePlus 5T. Which likes Manchester, but it's definitely on the right one today. Can't quite meet the iPhone, unfortunately. It is half the price though, so we'll give it a pass. Very good upload. Note 8. Expect the best here. Most expensive phone on the table. But no. Can't meet the iPhone or the OnePlus. Wow, you can see here that is quite a shame. Expecting better there. And Mix 2, cheapest phone on the table. What can you do? It can certainly do pretty well. So just so it's not done that well actually. It's actually done pretty much the worst, except for the Mate 10 Pro, which I'm not going to criticise too much, which did pretty well considering how far the server was. Upload's pretty good though overall, but very surprised actually that the Note 8 didn't perform quite as well as I was expecting. But props where props is due for the iPhone, which just works, you know, it doesn't have any issues here. So obviously, you know, benchmarks aren't everything. We should also have a look at the what they bring to the table and other aspects. So with the Mate 10 Pro, you are getting this leaker sensor, which I have actually been out and about and checked it out. Pretty good performance. I definitely think it's a step above what you're going to get with the 5T and the Mix 2. Is it you know, €300 more worth it? You know, it's tough to say. I think for most people the camera on this and this will do the job, especially the Mix 2 seems to have been a massive improvement compared to the last one. But I think the main differentiator now between the budget phone and the flagship phone is the camera. At the end of the day, everything else is pretty much the same. So that's just what I'm thinking. But I will do some videos checking out the camera with the Mate 10 Pro, so do stay tuned for that. Hope you find this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.